Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 9 to 5 Musician, where we talk about things related to piano pedagogy, how to practice more efficiently, tips for parents, and even do interviews with modern day musicians talking about their lifestyle and breaking stigmas about what it means to live a creative life. So today we're doing a short little video about something that I've been noticing recently with a lot of my students as they're going into maybe level 2 to A to B after a year and a half of taking lessons with me. And one of the things that starts coming up more regularly, is the difference in articulations. And I think one of the fun ones that can be challenging though is staccato. And staccato is marked in the score by a very small dot. Unlike a rhythmic value, which would be like a dotted rhythm where you see the dot on the side of the note, a staccato marking would be under or above the note given its register. And this marking means that the composer wants the player to play in a detached. I think oftentimes we confuse this with rhythmic diminution, as in making it shorter, which is kind of true. The sounds don't last as long per se because you're lifting your hand up faster, but the rhythm should stay the same, and it's more of the thinking of detached, that every note is very singular in its sound instead of being linked to the next one, which would be legato. So we're focusing on staccato today and how to get a really nice and light and breezy and fun staccato instead of one that sounds a little bit harsh and very forced sound. So if this is a topic you've been interested in or just want to learn more about, let's go ahead and get started in today's lesson. So I'm just going to be briefly showing you what I mean by having a forced staccato sound. So if we play on any note here, it doesn't particularly matter for this exercise. I'm going to be using just my second finger for now, finger 2, to show you what a forced staccato sound would represent. Something where you're starting from the top and you're sort of punching the note. If you're a teacher, you've probably heard your students make this sound before, and especially I would say in chords, repeated things like, or in the left hand, maybe like a fifth or something. It's a very harsh, very kind of piercing sound, and oftentimes I think what we're trying to actually achieve is something like this. A little bit lighter and a little bit more easy on the ears, we could say as well. To create the sound, we have to really use our imagination, and the best analogy that I've come up with, and why I say that is because it's worked every time, no matter the age of the student, whether they're 4, 5, 45. It truly doesn't matter because it's an experience that we've all at some point had as a child, which is to think about jumping on a trampoline. So if you were to jump, let's say your time is over on the trampoline, you have to get off, you jump from the trampoline onto the ground, you feel really, really heavy, this thud at the bottom, and there's no give in the opposite direction, right? And that kind of sounds like this forced staccato. You come from the top, you jump down, and you get stuck at the bottom. It creates a very harsh sound, and if you were to jump off a trampoline, it would not feel very good either, especially after having this kind of no gravity feeling. The force of gravity after that feels quite intense. But if you were to think of jumping on a trampoline, you have to go actually the opposite direction. To spring up into the air, you need to start from the bottom of the trampoline. You push down to go up. Now, I don't necessarily mean push down on the keys, but you have to imagine that you're starting from the bottom of the key, that your wrist starts at the bottom of the trampoline to come up. You jump up instead of coming down to the floor. It's actually a significant difference in sound, and it's far more comfortable when you're here and you get stuck. You feel like this wall that you're hitting very much. But if you're jumping from the bottom to spring up, you might say, you hardly feel any tension at all. I feel like I can do that the whole day. But if I was to do this the whole day, I'm quickly going to get very tired. So I'm thinking of a piece that one of my students is playing. It's from, I think, level 1 Faber, about a quarter of the way in. And it's a very cute little song. It's called The Juggler. And of course, it's talking about throwing things up the air, which is also a really good sort of analogy to think about this. And the left hand part is going down by step, and everything is staccato, both the left hand and the right hand. But the real trick is that the left hand has the melody and the right hand does not. So the first time my student played this, it sounds something like this. They're playing the right notes, the right rhythms, but it doesn't sound quite right. Right, that sounds like a really aggressive juggler. So to get her in the mind frame of something a little bit lighter, I was telling her about this trampoline and also to try to bring out the melody in the left hand, where the right hand becomes very light and springy and more of an addition instead of a detraction from what's going on. Maybe you want full staccato. That's just a little short example, but there are all kinds of pieces that use staccato and different variations of it. Sometimes you might even see staccato with an accent or with a marcato or something like this. So if you'd be interested in learning about further renditions of staccato, let me know in the comments below so I can make another video. Or if you'd like to learn more about how to play legato comfortably, I'd also be happy to make that, so let me know in the comments. I hope this was super helpful, even though it was brief and short. But hopefully it got you to think about staccato in an imaginative and fun way to help you in your practicing and playing. If you like this one, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!